What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be analyzing Tryndamere versus Pantheon. The main thing to remember about Pantheon is that he has a lot of poke with his Q, his spear shot, and there's not much you can do about it, so you will lose last hits, you will lose creeps. So rather than trying to get them dying or losing pressure because of it, just accept the fact that you're going to lose some. So that's what I do. So first, Pantheon, every couple auto attacks, I think it's every three, every four, he gets a shield that blocks an auto attack from a champion or a attack from a turret. So this is obviously really good against Tryndamere. So level one, really the first couple levels, you have a couple options. You can sit back in the bush. You can try to get the last hits by auto attacking him and spinning out, or you can try to fight him. Here, I knew that I had 3 minions. He's close to me. I have these 3 minions here that aren't mine that I can just spin and easily kill. So that's what I did. I spun, killed them. No minions are attacking me yet. All of the minions that were here were just attacking him. I attacked him, and then I attacked him again. Now, that trade was almost worth it. And it would have if he took a Doran's Blade and a single potion, but he took 3 potions with a corrupting potion. So it's kind of rough because I don't have my Q yet. I'll get that at level 2 for my heal. So he's last hitting. I try to as well. Of course, I eat a couple spears here and there, but the main goal of this lane is to stay near enough to the minions that when they die, you get the experience for it, which I do, as you can see by this purple bar over here. I'm almost level 2. I wait for him to push in the wave, which is a big mistake that he was doing from the start, so let's go back. What a lot of Pantheon players do that don't really know the matchup as well as they should, and just play Pantheon, because they bought a skin they think is cool and they think is a good counter, but they don't actually know what Tryndamere can do, is they push the wave. He's not last hitting the minions. He's repeatedly auto-attacking them, even though he doesn't have to. If he let the wave push toward him, stayed forward, and last hit, and then just made sure that I couldn't come near him with his Q, I would just lose the lane. Well, he's not doing that. That's a big mistake that a lot of people make, not with just Pantheon, but with a lot of different champions that do well against Tryndamere, such as Kennen, Teemo, etc. And so yeah, it's going over what we just already went over. Decent trade, not the best, but from here I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Here's how this part. From here, I just try to get enough experience to hit level 2 and sustain. That's the thing about Pantheon. Eventually, he runs out of mana. It's not that his health is hard to maintain. It's that his mana is hard to maintain. So, Pantheon is good health maintenance with his Q, and eventually Vampire Acceptor for the lifesteal, as well as staying away from Pantheon, which will help not eat spears, obviously. So he wards this part of the up top lane on the tri-bush, which is smart because Vi's right here. Hecarim's near, and LeBlanc is here. So that was a good ward by him. I have the minions almost at the tower, and I'm just trying to last hit as much as I possibly can. If he comes up, so be it. I take a couple hits, but it's worth it to take spear shots for cannon minions, like I just did. It's worth it to take spear shots for minions that you can get that are more than one, which I just did, and it's worth it to also take spear shots if you're last hitting or killing at the tower. So my advice, getting her golems. I'm just last hitting. There we go. She sees that Pantheon's walking over here. I have no idea what he's trying to do. I think he's just walking around. I just don't pay attention to it, and I just slow push the wave. I don't auto attack the minions before their final blow can be landed. I just land the final blow. That's it, and let the minions do the rest of the work, so that the wave doesn't push toward him quickly. But it will eventually push toward him. So we're gonna pause here. Look at the gold income. He has 583. I have 829 gold. This is because he just left lane, probably lost about over 100 gold, and he he decided to push the wave, which made him lose a couple minions to my tower. Because when both sets of minions were fighting under tower, he lost a couple from pushing so hard. That's another disadvantage of auto-attacking minions against Tryndamere. So that's a good thing to note, not to do that. Unless he's backing, in which case you always want to push toward the enemy tower when somebody's backing. So fast push then. So here, let me go back for a second. So here I am. Last hit, all this stuff, and then I have a ward, so I place it. Boom. Now I stand in front of him so that I can get as many autos as I can off. There, I made a little bit of a mistake. I thought I would get at least one more crit, but I only got one crit that entire time, as you can see. Basic. I land slow. I don't even know if I get a crit. I don't even think I got a crit. I didn't get a crit. I flashed there because I knew that if he tried to come after me and these minions had flash after me, he would have died too. So it was a good flash, and I just got spin up right now. So I let the wave push out, and I just back. Speed it up. Actually, no, I don't back. I bait that I'm backing, and then wait till he backs. That's a good thing to do sometimes. But this is kind of funny, kind of scary. I didn't know the Hecarim was coming, so the second I walk up, he comes up, but I live. So it's just one of those things, I guess. It kind of sucks. He doesn't have any boots, so that's probably why he didn't catch me. Anyway. And he wasted a lot of health that he had up here. So now I back. Let's look at my gold income. I have 1,082 or 1,085 gold. I purchased Vampiric Scepter, Brawler's Gloves, and Control Ward because I've already seen Hecarim more than once. So I knew it would be safe to purchase one of those. So now again he's pushing the wave toward me. Let's look back and see what he was doing before once I left. So here he is. The wave is already pushing, but he chooses to auto attack it. Okay, now he's slow pushing it. That's not. It doesn't really make any sense, but I mean, I guess. So for those minions that do that, where they live with the equivalent of 2 basic attacks, like this one. See, I would have to attack this twice, just auto attack and then spin in place. So yeah, I get the creeps under the tower. I try not to take a lot of poke. I think I got almost every single one there, which is good. You want to get, when you have the opportunity, get as many last hits as you possibly can. I have the advantage over him here. I'm level 6. He's not, but there's a big creep wave in front of me, and I don't want to never spin into a creep wave unless you're really far ahead, or the enemy doesn't have resources like mana, or is low on health, or has their cooldowns, or their abilities are on cooldown. So here he's about to hit level 6 too. If you click on him, his purple bar is there. It's his EXP bar. He's about to hit level 6. Yeah, there he is. So I'm doing the same thing that I did at level 1 and 2, just staying back. Because I really don't want to die here. The main thing about Tryndamere in most matchups and in the game is you want to be able to apply pressure without dying. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Because if you die, first of all, if you have a killing spree, you're shut down. Death timers are long because with Tryndamere, you split push and get a lot of experience. And if you have kills, obviously the death timers are longer because they scale with game time and with level. So it's not a good thing. So here, I just whack him a couple times. And I got lucky. I got 2 crits. Well, not lucky. I guess I have 50% crit here with this build. With this, where is it? 45. Yeah, 45, because I have the Brawler's Glove. Here, you can... When you're in this position with Tryndamere, and you already know where the enemy jungler is, you don't even need a ward, first of all. I already have a ward here, and Hecarim would most likely come through here, but he's there, so it doesn't matter. And even if you don't take Ignite, I run Teleport. It's an easy kill. So let's look at what cooldowns I have. My Malcolm shot's up in 11, my heal's up in 3. I have ult, spin, but I don't have flash because I used it 4. So I'm gonna see what I decided to do here. I decided to play it safe. I put a vision ward in that bush. I see that Hecarim's coming. So, but my Vi, she is over here. She has no jungle camps in the vicinity, except for all the way over here where the wolves are. And she has flash, ult in 3 seconds, and has chilling smite in 10 seconds. Not chilling smite, challenging smite. So let me go back. Let's follow the Hecarim for a second. So let's see. Speed it up. Slow it down. So he misses his Q. I crit him. And then I get the spin damage. Vi flash Qs. I ult. I kill him. This is my ult. Runs out. I crit Pantheon. And then I heal. So let's watch that in slow motion and analyze my cooldown. So let's go slow motion. So now they have 46 health. I ult. I wanted to wait for Hecarim's ult. So I whack him. I whack him again. Vi's hitting Pantheon, which is a smart move. Boom. I have spin in that many seconds. My ultimate is about to run out, and it did. And just as it ran out, I healed, and Pantheon used Ignite. And that's pretty good. So now I have the opportunity to push both these waves in and deny him all of this experience. Now the wave resets. For some reason he goes bot. I'm not sure why. Alright, I'm back everyone. The recording got cut off, so I had to make a separate one starting at this point. So here I turn off, I push in this wave because I know that Pantheon's backing. He had already backed. And that's the best thing to do when you either killed your lane opponent or they backed, is to push the lane hard into the tower so that the tower kills all the minions and they lose all that EXP for all those minions. So now I go back and I buy a Zeal and a Kurti's Shard as well as boots. So now I go back to lane. Ba-da-da. Hold on. There we go. So there I am. Go back to lane. He's doing the same thing that he always does, which is auto attack minions when he walks up. Use spells on them, etc., etc. I'm just going to do the same strategy that I've used before, which is last hit, play safe, auto attack, spin out, and that's what I do. But now I decided to fight him, which is kind of fun. I'm so ahead that I can fight him in the middle of his entire minion wave. I ult to get the Fury, and so I don't die. I get a double crit. He flashes, I flash and kill him. Easy. And of course you gotta flash the icon, you know. It's not a kill. A true kill without flashing your mastery icon. So now I fast push this wave. I go past the tower, I ward there so I know that Hecarim isn't coming. Instead of hitting the tower and wasting time, I get all these last hits and make sure the tower denies all the XP that my minions would have granted. Now I see what more experience can I get. Well, I just take the Grump. Then I go back, repeat the same process with the minions, and I'm drawing pressure top. Someone has to come up here because eventually I'm just going to take the tower. So now I see that Hecarim's coming. I get out, no problem. And that's about it. Now I back. Let's see how much gold I have. I have 700 gold, and I purchased Ionian Boots of Lucidity. That's one of the main components of the CDR build, which is where you go. Ionians, Static Shiv, Black Cleaver, Blood of the Ruin King, Phantom Dancer, Infinity Edge. Not necessarily all in that order. That's just the items. I fast push because I called that Pantheon is missing, so that LeBlanc knew. I did the same routine. Make sure that bush has no vision in it. or that I have vision in it, he's just calling for assistance this entire time. He's begging for ganks because he's just getting wrecked. So that's what I'm doing. I'm 3-0. I have 105 CS, 13 minutes, which is really good against Pantheon. He has half of that, almost. A little more than half of that. So now I wait for him to see if he wants to come up. He doesn't. So I have static shift, so the wave's going to push fast because of the active. So I just last hit. I can wait. And I'm just trying to deny as much XP as possible. And then, of course, taunt him. You know, you got to taunt him. When you beat a champion that should beat you early, you just make sure that they know that they're useless. That's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm level 11 and he's level 8. So this is what I decided to do here. You'll see in a second. Now he's level 9. I got the slow on him earlier, so I just dove him. It's easy. Boom. Nothing he can do. He doesn't have flash. Easy. And they get out. Now I do the same thing where I push the wave. Now Hecarim comes up. I'll show you what I did to avoid this gank. I see that Hecarim's coming up because I have my control ward. I've had it here for a long time. Hecarim has two choices. You could have came around here, ulted around here, got me this way, and in which case it would have spun out, use this plant to go over this wall and be out of there. Or it could have went out this way, which is what he did. He ulted and could have used this plant, came around. But what he did was he used his first of all, he's just a huge waste of time. He used his E prematurely right here. So he has no speed up. He uses his ghost for no reason here. I have spin. I've had spin this. Now I spin. Boom. I didn't even need to. Like, this guy's just wasting his time. He has no idea what he's doing. This is how a lot of junglers are. And if you can play, you could play against junglers like that, then it should be really easy to win games. So Vi dives here. I couldn't dive with her because I didn't have ultimate, and I didn't want to take a risk of getting shut down as I have 4 kills, and giving them 500 team gold is not what you want to do. So rather than doing that, I'm going to take my 1,800 gold, buy a Phage, and another control ward, as well as upgrade my Vampiric Scepter into a Bilgewater Cutlass. So I take out the ward that's here. Always make sure to do that for the extra golden experience that it grants. I look for where Hecarim is. He got the blue from killing Vi, so I just kill him and give it back because I already knew that he used his E, his ram, into the blue, so he didn't have it. He just got it up now as he died. And then I just get out, and then I take his blue, so that Xerath can't get it. Pantheon's backed. My wave is currently pushing into the tower, and this is what you want to do. Blue buff is really going on Tryndamere, especially when you're mid-game, because you don't have quite 30%, quite 40% CDR. You have about 20 to 30. So getting that extra 10 from the blue buff, and also denying the jungler and the mid laner from the blue buff, and the experience and the gold that it gives, as well as, of course, the buff that it grants is really good. And making sure that you draw pressure so that the jungler can't go bot or mid is really good. So that's what I'm doing this entire time. Really, that's all what Tryndamere is about. Just applying pressure without dying. I've died 0 times this game. I go back to the Gromp, part 3, and I look for other opportunities. I see that my team is pushing mid. I can't really do anything about it, so I see a wave here. I'm just going to do the same thing that I've always done this game, just letting the tower push my minions out by just taking out the minions that are over here and letting this just do its thing. So I'm just going to keep doing that. Da-da-da. Take it out. Now, since there's no... There was a ward here when Hecarim took the wolves. The wolves are gone. I've already taken the ground. I have the blue buff on me right now. It's near expiration, so I need to use its cooldown to spin as many times as possible and take this thing. So that's what I do. What you want to do against any buff or anything that stands still is orb walk. Orb walking is the act of auto-attacking and then immediately canceling the end 10% of your auto-attack animation by walking. So you're not waiting for your entire sword to hit the ground, which is how far it hits. I stopped just before. See how I walk right as he's about to pull out his sword. So let's look. And you can also cancel it with spin. I don't let him retract the sword back and then just keep hitting him. Also, the more you walk, the more static shiv energy you gain. So let's look at that. So I'm at 10. The more I walk, I gain more static shiv. And of course, hitting. So now it's already back up to 100. This is a really good way to do damage. over time to Rift Herald and Baron and stuff like that. So I get the buff. See how much gold I have. I have 1,700. I go top because I knew the Hecarim is mid. Here he is. And I just kind of push this out. Once again, Pantheon's begging for ganks, so I make the choice that I wanted to dive him because it made no sense why anyone would be here, but Vayne flashes in, condemns me into the wall, and she was there. So I had a good ult here, but she was just too far away for me to be able to kill. Actually, she doesn't flash in. She tumbled in and then did that, but she had to flash. So I mean, you know, that's not what you want to do. Optimally, you want to not die ever and apply that type of pressure. So what I could have done is just made him run away, and then I could have just backed off. So we're gonna wait in base till I come up. Now I decided TB top. I have two choices here. Their bot lane is dead. No one's gonna go bot except for Hecarim. So if I go bot, he's gonna go there, and it's gonna deny pressure of mine. So why not go top? Pantheon's already mid. He can't cover top right now. I see that Hecarim's. Well, I don't see, but he is running this way. And where else is our bot lane gonna run to? Are they gonna run top? No. Vayne's not gonna want to come top again. She has no flash and no ult. So what do? I apply pressure top, and then I safely leave. Now I take the experience that I can once again, and then I see that this is a pretty decent fight. Sarah's flashes, thresholds. Again, applying pressure without dying, and then I think I go back top here. Actually, I wait for Vayne and I kill her. So let's analyze this. So what Tryndamere's W does, it reduces the attack damage of surrounding units when activated, and with her back to turn, it slows them as well, and applies the attack damage reduction. So I missed a W. Actually, I didn't have W at this time. So what I did, actually, yeah, I did miss a W. So here's the W, right here. So I see that she's there. I apply the W so that she doesn't do as much damage as she would. I walked that way because I thought she was going to walk toward the turret, which is most ADCs do, but she decided to walk the other way, which was not smart because her team might have been able to help her. I dodged all 4 of Xerath's ultimate blasts, and then I just go back to pressure top. I don't try to dive here, and I don't try to get these minions because I don't want to die. I don't have ultimate, and I have Rift Herald. So rather than dying and losing my killing spree, why not go back and just make the most of my Rift Herald buff by being alive. So that's just what I do. I take the golems here, then I go over to Baron because we're doing Baron, and everyone else is the enemy team is going bot. LeBlanc did a good job distracting, and they had no vision of Baron. So and now I can extreme pressure this game. Tryndamere is really good with Rift Herald because of the auto attack enhancement. Not only are you able to crit on top of the auto attack enhancement once you're at 100 over here, but also if you're static shiv, it's also at 100. You can static shiv, auto enhancement, Rift Herald, crit. If you crit on top of that, it's pretty much a guaranteed 600 damage when you're at the level that I'm at. I'm level 16. Their lowest level is 10. Pantheon's almost the lowest level in the game. Let's look at the gold income because of that. Because that maybe reminded me. Pantheon has 6,000. I have 11. I almost have twice his gold income. Let's look at the end. He's chosen to build a Ninja Tabby, Black Cleaver, and Chain Vest. Not Chain Vest. Chain Vest. Yeah. So here I decided to push mid, get some pressure with Baron. Always want to make the most use of Baron because it's such a huge buff. People say, oh, Elder Dragon's so good, Elder Dragon's pretty much useless. I've seen more games lost over Elder Dragon than it's basically a tool for throws. I hate Elder Dragon. It's just not worth getting. And plus, you can end games much quicker with Baron than you can with Elder Dragon. It hardly does anything. Why stall the game out to that point anyway? So now I just push out. I take top inhib because everyone else on the enemy team is not near it. Boom, boom, boom. Now I decide to take more XP out of Hecarim's jungle, so he has nothing to farm on this side. And I wait, see if anyone's there. Pressure mid a little bit more. And now Dragon's up, so we're going to take the Ocean Break. Now we take it. Spin out. Go to more of Hecarim's jungle. And I think I might back it. Yep. Let's see what item I get. 4,000 gold. I get a second Black Cleaver for fun. It was a really fun game. Cause we already won. I guess I'll just slow it down. I'll make separate videos. So this won't be like the only one to learn off of. So I spin in. This is what I'm talking about. Did you see that freaking damage? Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. So here I am. In a couple seconds. Boom. That's me. TPing in. I'm gonna pause it so I can click on these. I have the speed up. Dang it. There we go. Alright, so let's see this for a second. Watch it. Watch it. This guy has 785 health. Boom! My man, that was good. So I crit. I got the freaking Rift Herald and the Static Shiv. This is what I was talking about earlier. That it's pretty much a guaranteed 600, and I did over 800 there because he has 785. I did pretty much 800 damage. Let's just look at that again. That was good. Let's watch this in slow motion. So he's there. He flashes. I get the W slow. Let's just appreciate this for a second. Boom! Wait, boom! You know why I can't? I knew I wasn't gonna crit. I just knew it. So what you can do is you can cancel auto attacks midway to see if it's gonna be a crit or not. To see if he either puts his sword overhead or he slashes it sideways. If he does a side slash, it's not a crit. If he pulls it over his head, it's a crit. So that's what I did there. Hard to notice, but when done quick enough, you can master it, and that's how it's done. So let's watch that again, super slow motion. See, so this, I don't think that was going to be a crit. It might have been a crit, but anyway, just look at that. Just look at that pose for a second. Wham! Oh man. Anyway, yeah, that's how to win the game versus Pantheon. Easy victory. So let's look at the scoreboard real quick. See what's going on there. So, end gold for me 14,540. End gold for Pantheon 7,462. Score 1-4. Score 10-1. Creeps 136. Creeps 258. You can shut down a Tryndamere or Pantheon if you play against the matchups accordingly. So against a Pantheon, what you want to do is play safe early as Tryndamere. Make sure that you know their cooldowns. E-spin out, or E-spin in. Call for jungle ganks and take risks when necessary and when you think they will provide benefit for you and your team. To be safe, apply pressure without dying. As Pantheon, what he could have done better is not repeatedly attacking my minions, letting them push toward his tower. And then whenever I try to come up, I either get hit by a tower or get speared by him. And then Hecarim just comes in, ganks me, and I get shut down. That's a really easy way to win against Tryndamere early as Pantheon. But he failed to do that. Even getting the ninja tabby isn't enough when you're that behind. So that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you out. And that's really all I have to say about it.